Hello, everyone, and welcome. Happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully, you're all having a great weekend. Things are off to a good start. Let's see. We've already got some folks in the lounge tonight. Lounge. Hello, Big Dave, Daniel Tobias, JMZ56. Good to see you guys. Piper on the 45. Hello there. Luke Reisner. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Good to see you folks here joining us, and we will see how things go. The way we normally do this, this is a giveaway live stream, so normally we just chat for about 20 minutes and then we'll get into the giveaway. And what we're giving away today is this roll of cardboard. No, a 4-ounce package of LJ Peretti Thanksgiving Day, and that is what I am smoking right now. This is the 2020 Thanksgiving Day, and it is a fantastic blend. Let's see, Signalman Tony, hello there. Mark in Rhode Island. Wow, two guys from Rhode Island right on top of one another there. Couch, how you doing, Couch? And Bona Piper, good to see you, Christian. Fantastic. So we are slowly filling up, and I got a tam. So yeah, I'm smoking this Thanksgiving Day in my Savinelli 311 KS, which I'm told is a poker. I guess it's a poker. I believe this is my only poker. So I've got some fun American Thanksgiving themed questions today, so it should be a good time. Hopefully we'll have some fun with that, and we'll see who gets to win the Thanksgiving Day. Hey, Step and Skip, how you guys doing? And Jeff Feinberg, how are you today? Good to see you. The Bumbling Piper, glad you could catch this one, my friend. Good to see you. Boca de Boyton, how you doing there? Sorry, Daniel, but some of them will be easy. Some of them will be things that are in common knowledge, I think. Cass Piper Cassidy, hello there, and the Volunteer Piper. Good to see you, buddy. Case Piper Cassidy's trying lane limited 1Q for the first time. Well, I hope that's a good experience for you, buddy. So how's everyone's Saturday so far? Off to a good start. I can tell you I've been working on a stem, and this is actually a fun project. I'll show it to you. So I'm sorry, I cannot remember the number, but this is a little sort of bent brandy, one of the unfinished Savinellis. And the owner wanted to see if I could turn this into something more akin to a ginger favorite. So I've made a new ebonite stem for it, and it's obviously not finished, but that's what we're looking at right now. So I've gotta finish the stem, do the button, and then bend it, obviously. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good facsimile of a ginger's favorite. That's what I did today. Got a late start, actually. Overslept this morning. Haven't done that in a while. Ah, good, Cass Piper Cassidy. Glad that's working out for you there. Boca de Boyden, you've got a trout? I love trout. I love catching them. I don't eat them much. Volunteer Piper's got Haunted Bookshop. You got to in bulk at his local B&M. You're a lucky man that you can do that. Daniel's tired. Sorry to hear that, Daniel. Chasing those sheep getting you down? It may be a 626, Christian. Maybe. Michael Case, I don't think my questions are that hard. Thanks, Big Dave. Not trout. Trouble getting you into my sometimes. JMZ56 is trying to beat out Corvette Jim. That's hilarious. Hey, Peter, Smooth Piper, how you doing, buddy? And Daniel's still trying to decide what to smoke. What are the choices, Daniel? Give us some options. I don't want to tell you to go smoking something that's that you don't have. Peter's smoking some Mississippi Mud. Very nice, Peter. For you guys that are just joining, I'm having some Thanksgiving Day, and that's what we're going to be giving away today. It is a, here we go, 4-ounce cake of LJ Peretti's Thanksgiving Day from 2020. And I'm trying to be careful with that and keep it in the cardboard so I don't break the cake, because this is what I've been smoking. And as you can see, this is rapidly turning into be just a pouch of tobacco. It's a very, very light press, but boy, it's good. Volunteer Piper got a sweet Stanwell Estate pipe for cheap. Very nice. Ben Apple. Nice shape. Smokin', hello there. Good evening to you, sir. Cass Piper Cassidy, are you asking about the topping on the Thanksgiving Day? Bona Piper's having some Peretti's Boston Best with a large mug of cocoa. Very nice, Christian. I don't actually have a beverage today. I just finished up some coffee. Yeah, the finish on that is really beautiful. The dolomite tea. I don't know, but it's that pebble finish. I really love this pipe. Okay, Cass Piper Cassidy. I don't know what the topping is on it, to be honest. LJ Peretti blends have a topping that I cannot identify. I don't know if any of you folks can do a better job of it than I can, but it's very distinctive. I only find it LJ Peretti blends, and actually some of the Kramer's blends remind me of it, but I don't know what it is. 673 KS Dolomite. Yeah, that's a nice pipe. Christian, what is the Boston Best? What kind of blend is that? Daniel Tobias. It depends on how much Jack Daniels you've already had. If you had enough of it, everything goes with it. Yeah, Cass, you might. Well, hey, you might win it. Hang in there. We're going to give it another 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll have the trivia challenge. Shamrock Piper. You think it's rum and fruit topping? They say that. Although I have a hard time detecting either of those in this. But there's another topping that's a Peretti topping. But they do say that there's rum and fruit in this. Ah, gotcha, Christian. Nice. Jeff, I do indeed. That's my area, Jeff. Ah, Volunteer Piper's got a great suggestion for Daniel. There you go, Daniel. Michael Case, thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, Bremen Piper always does a really nice holiday tobacco report. That's something that I look forward to. So glad to know that's up. So guys, go check out Bremen Piper if you're interested in holiday tobaccos. Although very often his holiday tobaccos are things that we can't get. But okay, Daniel, we got the choice: Carter Hall, half and half, or Molto Dolce. Hmm. I would have to go with the Carter Hall. It's not ringing any bells, Cass Piper. I'll not sure about Sam Harris. Scott D, I would not even want to try. Onion, 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. How you doing, buddy? Great to see you. You know, Scott D, one thing that I've learned in all my years of studying brains is that there's nothing wrong with any of them. They're just all different. Nobody's the same. That we should be we should enjoy our uniqueness, and we should share it. Oh, Daniel, definitely, definitely. Then share your first smoke of Carter Hall with us. That would be great. Wow, Peter says that Mark has 7 blends for the holidays. Fantastic. So were they blends that are only available in Europe, or were they things that we could get here? Bobbing and weaving Moog Father. Hello there. Good to see you, buddy. Ah, good to know, Bonapiper. I did not realize that was a possibility. All right, so in just a bit, we are going to do the trivia challenge for the 4-ounce cake of LJ Peretti Thanksgiving blend. Right, if you guys don't know, Thanksgiving blend comes out every year. LJ Peretti doesn't say that it's different every year, but I've been smoking it for 5 or 6 years now, and it is different every year. Some years it's phenomenal, some years it's great. I've never had it bad. I've never not liked it. So good stuff. Daniel just opened the box of Carter Hall and he's impressed with the aroma, I assume. Billy Piper, hello there. Cass Piper's quoting Tom T-Bone Stenkus. Desert Pine Piper, how's it going, Jim? What's up? Hello there. Good evening to you, sir. So before we get to the trivia, I wanted to mention, if you were here early, you saw in the coming attractions that my friend briarnbrew, who is on Instagram as briarnbrew, and in the description I have both a link to his Instagram account and his email. He is in the military, and every year he does a Christmas package for military members in the Middle East. So this is he sends them pipes and tobacco, and he gets requests for this. And he this year had a record number. I think he said he had 500 requests. So that's fantastic. 500 guys serving in the military looking for a pipe and tobacco. So he's asking for donations, either tobacco or pipes, corn cobs, whatever you might have to send. He said they can be used. He'll clean them up. And he's also looking for tobacco, and that can be anything. He said even if you open a tin and you don't like it and you want to send him the tin, he'll vacuum seal it so he can send it. So if any of you guys have anything you'd like to share with the troops over in the Middle East, get in touch with briarnbrew. Link is down in the description along with his email address if you're interested. Yeah, Christian, they're sometimes subtly different. I think 2016 was the year where it's very cinnamony. I think that was the year. All right, Jeff's loosening up his text fingers. Couch, if you're interested, it's Briar and Brew on Instagram, and there's a link in the description to his Instagram post and also his email. So get in touch with him. He would love to have anything that you guys can share. So Daniel Tobias just opened Carter Hall for the first time, and he's saying it reminds him of a freshly opened feed pit of fermented wheat and rye. Very interesting, Daniel. Daniel, do you get like a cherry or berry scent out of it? That's something I've always noticed when I first opened Carter Hall. It almost has like a cherry topping kind of smell to it, which never comes through in the flavor. Tobacco Pipes International, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you. Good deal, Jim. Thanks for doing that. It's much appreciated. Shamrock Piper, I like it. It's not like that 2016 was, which was just a really interesting, very. I hate to use the word spicy because it was like cinnamon and kind of like holiday spices. There was a good note of anise in it or anise. Um, this year it's a good solid blend. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so you did get that berry cherry thing there. I think that might it's supposed to have some alcohol component to the topping that I cannot remember. All right, folks, in just a couple minutes, we're going to have a Thanksgiving trivia challenge for some LJ Peretti Thanksgiving Day 2020. They don't actually date these. Interesting. Somebody asked me how it ages, and I haven't responded to a comment yet. But what I'm going to tell them is I have no idea because I've never been able to keep any for more than a year. I thought I put some away a couple years ago, and I went looking for it because I was kind of craving it while I was waiting for this to be ordered, and I couldn't find it, so I guess I didn't put any away. All right, Daniel, going full American with a K Woody pipe and a Nimrod lighter. Yeah, Couch, I agree. I'm going through it like I go through a haunted bookshop. Ron Hardcrackers Ward just filled some Strauss Sleepy Hollow and a world famous Busher hardwood pipe, fitting for a sleepy Saturday afternoon. All right, and well, if your Tom Terrific thinking cap is clogged, try to get it unclogged. Moog Father, I play with a little bit of blending, but I would never claim to blend really. I just add stuff and try to come up with things. If I don't like a tobacco, I might put some Perique in it or something like that. Sure thing, Mark. It's I'm not going to be doing any new work until January, but I'll get in touch. Oh yeah, I'll get in touch. Or you get in touch. Either way. Oh, it hasn't aged well. That's interesting, Couch. I've never managed to age it. Pipe and tamper. Got the Thanksgiving spirit there. WKR Piper. How you doing, Odie? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Looks like we got a Barely full house, so why don't we move on with the matter at hand. Get this relit. So we are going to be doing a trivia challenge for this 4-ounce package of LJ Peretti Thanksgiving Day. I will put this in the mail as early as possible next week so that you have it before Thanksgiving Day. And hello, Boris the Piper and Paul the Scandinavian. Good to see you guys. And we're going to be doing a trivia challenge. Now, if you haven't joined us for the trivia challenge before, this is the way it works. So I'm going to be asking 3 questions, and the first 3 questions, any and all folks can answer. If you've won in the past month or two, maybe hold back. And I'd really like you to be a subscriber if you want to play, but I don't check. So first 3 questions, everybody gets to answer if they want to. The first correct answer, by my viewing of the comments, and that's important because there's lag and stuff and it doesn't look the same to everybody. So there's a matter of chance in this. But the first correct answer that I see will move on to the next round. So we'll get 3 folks, and then those 3 folks will be given 5 questions, and whoever has the most correct answers will be the winner. And I got a couple tiebreakers. And I'm warning you, we ran out of printing ink, and I had to write the questions myself, and I cannot read my own handwriting half the time. So this could get interesting. All right. And I'm gonna keep reminding folks who is and is not allowed to answer, because folks come in late and shout out the answer and all that. So please try to bear with me as I continuously talk about the the rules here. All right, so this is going to be a Thanksgiving themed trivia challenge, and the first question I'm going to ask right now. So first question, anyone can answer. What year is most commonly considered to have held the first Thanksgiving? Desert Pine Piper gets it right. 1621 is correct. Way to go, Jim. I just realized I'm going to need a pencil. So question number 1 was Desert Pine Piper. Yeah, it was. So the history is that 1621 was probably the first. There were actually lots of Thanksgiving events in the early colonial days. There was a lot to be thankful for. So some folks say 1623, some folks say 1624, but most agree that 1621 was probably the first. And of course, these weren't in any way national events. These were just, hey, we've survived this long, let's give thanks kind of things. All right, so we're going to move on to the second question. Desert Pine Piper, do not answer this one because there's no point. You're in the final round. All right, question number 2. In what decade did the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade start? In what decade did the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade start? Scott D has it correct. It was in the 1920s. Way to go, Scott. The actual year was 1924. But I was looking for the decade, so 1920s fits. So congratulations, Scott D. So we got Scott D and we got Desert Pine Piper going into the final rounds. Do you guys hold off on this next question? Everybody else can answer, and this is the last chance you're going to have to get into the finals to win the LJ Peretti Thanksgiving Day. All right. The question is, what U.S. president, was the first to formally pardon a turkey? What U.S. president was the first to formally pardon a turkey? A turkey. Tony 513, I'm going to give it to you. It was George H.W. Bush. So presidents before Bush actually did pardon turkeys, but not formally. So the first one to actually pardon a turkey was Lincoln. Lincoln's son Lincoln did not want, the turkey was delivered and he didn't want to eat it. So Lincoln said, okay, we'll pardon it and keep it alive. But George H.W. Bush was the first president to actually formally sign a presidential pardon for his turkey. So that was a little bit of a trick question because it all hinged on the word formal. So we got Tony 513. All right, so those are our three finalists, Tony 513, Desert Pine Piper, and Scott D. All right, guys, so we got 5 questions now, and only those 3 guys can answer, okay? So please, if you're not one of those 3 guys, do not answer, and try to just stay quiet for a bit so that we can give them a chance to get their answers in. All right, question number 1 in the finals. What type of food was plentiful at the first Thanksgiving, but is rarely eaten on Thanksgiving today? Type of food. Not a specific food item, but a type of food. Plentiful at the first Thanksgiving, rarely eaten at Thanksgiving today. Wheat is incorrect. And Jim, you can try more than once. Maize is incorrect. Nuts is incorrect. It's a type of food. What type of food was plentiful at the first Thanksgiving, but is rarely eaten at Thanksgiving today? Desert Pine Piper, you got it, my friend. It's seafood, fish. It was plentiful because they were the Plymouth colony. It was easy for them to get various types of seafood. But you don't often see people eating fish for Thanksgiving these days. All right, well done, guys. Rutabaga is number 2, Scott D. Sorry, that would have been a second place answer there. All right, I'm going to give it a minute to settle down because I know there's lag and all. So we're in the final rounds now. The 3 guys that Next was turkey. The three guys that can be answering questions right now are Desert Pine Piper, Scott D, and Tony 513. So those are the three finalists. Right now, Desert Pine Piper has 1 point, and we're moving on to question number 2. In what century was the first pumpkin pie made? What century? First pumpkin pie was made in what century? While folks are thinking, Daniel, a rutabaga is a root vegetable, kind of like a turnip. First pumpkin pie was made in what century? Scott D, 17th century is correct. It was made in the 1600s, which would be the 17th century. It was actually made in they were first made in Europe and the United Kingdom, even though the pumpkin is native to America. They were brought back in the 1600s, and the first pumpkin pies were baked in Europe and the UK. All right. So that gives Scott D 1 point and Desert Pine Piper 1 point. And we'll give it a moment or so for the lag to catch up. We're moving on to question number 3. This is the final round of Trivia Challenge, so only the three guys in the final round, Scott D, Tony 513, and Desert Pine Piper, should be answering the questions. All right, question number 3. Anybody's game right now. What is the wobbly bit of red flesh on top of the turkey's beak called? Top of the turkey's beak. Wobbly bit of red flesh. What is it called? Tony 513, you got it. You got it. It is called a snood. I translated, Jim. I knew what you were trying to write there, but it was incorrect. I would have given it to you if that were the answer. But the answer is snood. So Tony 513 has gotten a point now. So this is great. We got 1 point for each player. This is fantastic. Very tight match here. Pretty exciting. So one of you guys is going to be walking away with the Thanksgiving Day. All right. Question number 4. Here we go. And remember, just the three guys in the final round should be answering. And Jim, you're going to like the beginning of this one. The wattle is a bright red piece of skin hanging from the turkey's neck. What is its purpose? The wattle is the bright red piece of skin that hangs from the turkey's neck. What is its purpose? Hello there, Pipe Grump. It should smell like smoke. What is the purpose of the wattle? Bright red piece of skin hanging from the turkey's neck. Scott D. I'm sorry, Jim. Desert Pine Piper came in with breeding, and breeding implies that it's actually used somehow in the breeding process, whereas what it's actually used for is mating. Mating is attracting your mate. So I'm gonna give that one to Scott D. So, sorry, Jim. It was a close call. I almost gave it to you, but I think waiting for mating was the right thing to do there. So yeah, it actually fills with blood during mating season. Not it flushes with blood, gets brighter red, and it helps the male attract the female. Now you know the purpose of the wattle. All right, so that's another point for Scott D. So we are, and it does get good point, Big Dave. Good point. So we got 1 point for Desert Pine Piper, 2 points for Scott D, and 1 point for Tony 513. Still a very close game, and that was a close call there. All right, question number 5. All right. Yes, question number 5. Yeah, we might actually have to go to some bonus questions here. What state raises the most turkeys? Just the 3 guys in the final round should be answering. What state in the United States raises the most turkeys? Ron Hardcracker's word. It is, isn't it? Desert Pine Piper. Unbelievable. You got that correct. The state that raises the most turkey is Minnesota. Inebriated. There you go, Moog Father. So Minnesota every year raises, these are amazing numbers. Every year in Minnesota, 41 million turkey are raised. In North Carolina, 31 million. And number 3 is Arkansas with 28 million. So really, really quite impressive. All right, so Desert Pine Piper ties it up with Scotty D. Each of them have 2 points, and Tony's still in the game with 1 point. Desert Pine Piper called in a friend. I was wondering how you guessed that one so quickly there, Dave. Washington, D.C. Oh, Big Dave. And Minnesota, North Carolina, and Arkansas. Many of those turkeys got to vote this year. Okay, so we got to go on. I only had 5 questions, but I do have some bonus questions here. So again, this is just the three guys that are in the final round are going to be answering here. Which president actually declared the first Thanksgiving? Which president declared the first Thanksgiving? Just the 3 guys answering should be answering. Just the 3 guys in the final round. Tony 513. It was indeed Lincoln. It was indeed Abraham Lincoln. Man, this is a this has never been this close before. I'm pretty excited about that. Yes, Shamrock Piper they were. So no, it was not Washington. Tony 513 was correct. It was Lincoln. It actually was declared during the Civil War in 1863. And Lincoln declared a national day of thanksgiving and praise to our beneficent Father who dwelleth in heaven. Probably not something you're going to hear a president say anytime soon, but that was considered to be the first not the first Thanksgiving, but the first presidential declaration of a Thanksgiving. Yeah, you got to go with your gut, Jim. Got to go with your gut. Okay, so we got a three-way tie. Desert Pine Piper, Scott D, and Tony 513 each have 2 points. So whoever gets the next question will be the winner. So get ready. Get ready. Just those three guys are answering now. Which president made Thanksgiving an official federal holiday? Which president made it a federal holiday? Scott D. Got it correct. It was FDR. Tony was a close second with Roosevelt, but you would have had to have clarified which Roosevelt, Tony. But Scott D got it right. FDR signed a bill making the fourth Thursday in November a national holiday. So that means that Scott D is the winner. How about that? So Scott, congratulations. Congratulations, all three of you. That was actually really close, and that's the first time we ever had it go down to the wire like that. I actually, those last two questions I was saving as extras, so I'm surprised I had to use them. But fortunately, we had enough. So well done, all three. But congratulations to Scott. Scott, I think I've got your address. If it hasn't changed, I'll be able to put that in the mail. Tuesday or Wednesday, probably. You have to let me know if I can use that same address, Scott. The one that I send all the Eagles paraphernalia to. I have finished up my bowl of Thanksgiving Day. All right, Scott, fantastic. So I will send it to that address, and I'll let you know by email when it's on its way. And I'm gonna just directly fill this pipe up with another bowl of Thanksgiving Day. You know, as Couch pointed out, it's it's being smoked like Haunted Bookshop at this point. Old Doddle, how you doing, Dallas? Good to see you. And my apologies to our foreign guests today. But, you know, with it being November and the month of Thanksgiving here in the U.S., I felt like we had to do something that was themed towards that holiday. I know that probably excluded quite a few of you. But if one of you guys wants to send me some local trivia, I'd be happy to use it. Absolutely. What's up? Doing fine, Dallas. Doing just fine. Thanks, Big Dave. It was exciting. London calling with Simon. How you doing, Simon? Good to see you. Sure, Daniel. We could do sheep trivia. I'll tell you what I'll do. Uh, Anybody that lives outside the U.S. that wants to send me a trivia question, please do. Send it to my email account, canerodpiper@gmail.com. And when we do this in January, because I'll probably do something Christmassy for December, when we do this in January, I will compile those. So I'm not going to only ask sheep trivia, because that would give Daniel an unfair advantage. But I'll compile all these. Send me obscure trivia that folks in the U.S. wouldn't know. And in January, we'll have a special round of non-U.S. biased trivia. My hair cutting machine. Simon, I use the number 2, which is the shortest one next to just using the clippers in and of themselves. I'm kind of overdue. I need to, maybe tomorrow I'll buzz it. Darn it, I think yeah. You'd think I'd be able to remember to refuel the Zippo, but I got to try some of that new cotton that Odie was talking about last night. I went looking for it, and Amazon didn't have it, but I found the website. And I may check. We've got one of these vape shops that I buy cigars at. I'm going to check and see if they have it there, because apparently it's much more absorbent than the cotton that Zippo uses, and it holds the fluid longer. Yeah, I'm with you, full dottle. All right, Simon, good deal. Yeah, onion cotton bacon is what we were talking about last night. I had never heard of it. Daniel refills the matches way. Is that, I think he did like 5 or 6 seconds of squeezing, and he'd do that every day. I would do that, except I can never remember to do that. Oh, Piper on the 45. Good luck with that. Sorry to hear you got to deal with that. Who was on Uncle Phil's live stream? I was not. I did not. I was down here working on that stem I showed earlier. I missed everybody's live stream. And fortunately, my Google reminder beeped and said, "You got to do a show." And oh. Michael Case, are you going to have a party to celebrate? Yeah, Paul, I saw that. I saw that. I haven't looked at the numbers in the past couple of weeks, but what bothered me uh, about the numbers was that the cases were going up, but the death rate was staying dead flat. So I'm curious to know if the deaths are actually increasing along with the numbers. Yes, Tony, it is a 7 Ellie. The 311 KS. You'll get there, Cass Piper. You'll get there. I'll have to I'll have to check out your channel. You're a new name to me, but it's great to meet you. And guys, if you're interested, go check out Cass Piper Cassidy. Let's get some subs for him so he can check some of those 873 needed subs off his list. Reed Bender Bud, how you doing, my friend? I'm going to give one more plug, and I promise this will be the last plug. But if you guys didn't see at the beginning, Briarnbrew is collecting pipes and tobacco for the troops in Afghanistan. He has requests from over 500 guys that are looking for a pipe and some tobacco. So if you can spare anything, he said he can accept used pipes. Doesn't matter the condition. He'll clean them up and refurbish them. But he needs it soon. He needs to get everything in the mail by the end of November so that they have it for Christmas. So if you can contribute anything, the link to his Instagram post and his Gmail are in the description of this video. Please check it out if you can contribute anything. It would be greatly appreciated. And next Friday night, CaneRod Pipes Live, we've got Stephen Skip Kane as the guest. So really looking forward to talking to you guys, and we'll get in touch sometime next week prior to Friday just to get the logistics worked out, but it's not a big deal. You'll have fun. Just ask Rhode Island Tony. Does Missouri Meerschaum do bulk orders? What do you mean by bulk orders, Phil Dottle? You mean do they give a discount if you buy a lot of pipes? I don't know the answer to that. If you're looking for something like that, I'd recommend checking out Aristocob. He might be willing to do it. I hope you can make it, Daniel. That would be great. Oh, Joita, how have you been, my friend? Long time no see. Great idea, Full Dottle. Like I said, I would probably start with Aristocob, but just because he's smaller and more in touch with the Y2PC. But definitely Missouri Meerschaum might consider it. Thank you, Jeff. Glad you enjoyed it. I hope it is allergies, Steph. Hope you feel better soon. Chris, good afternoon. Good to see you. All the Scandinavian is asking, what is better tobacco, Granger or Prince Albert? You want my opinion? Granger is just, I've never gotten along with Granger. I'd like to like it. I like the flavor, but it just burns really hot for me. It's the only tobacco that I've had that kind of trouble with. Really, really hot burning for me. So I would go with Prince Albert, but that's based on not a whole lot. Oh, Magpiety, sorry you missed the fun. Look at that, you are early. 5 minutes early. Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah, Paul, I can't smoke Granger, so I'd have to say Prince Albert, but honestly, I don't smoke either of them. I'm more of a Carter Hall or Sir Walter Raleigh. I think Sir Walter is probably better than either of those two, but that's my opinion. Yeah, Ron, I don't know if it's weaker. I think, and this is just me guessing stuff here, but I think that what we saw there was a lot of very vulnerable people dying, and that's terrible that they died. But we've learned a lot about how to protect folks that are vulnerable. We've learned things like don't take sick people and put them into nursing homes, which was just stupid. I have no idea what made them think that was a smart thing. Um, but yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard folks say that they had essentially the sniffles or they couldn't taste for a couple days and then they're better for a couple weeks. I've heard folks say that they were feeling like they were dying, but they stayed home in bed and eventually recovered. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's and I don't think we're ever going to know because there's it's been politicized and that's never a good thing. Not the aromatic, Paul. I've never had the Sir Walter aromatic. Ah, Magpiety, what a question. Honestly, I have not been watching the NFL this year. I got fed up with the politics. But I follow, just reading the stories and stuff. And I don't know. Wentz hasn't looked good. Wentz certainly hasn't lived up to his promise. Thomas, how you doing there? Great to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in quite a while, and I apologize. It's probably my fault because I have not been keeping up with very many videos. Always good to see you. Oh, there we go. There you go. Peter's voting for Granger, so it is just me. If Peter likes it, it must be good. Well, folks, I am going to have to wrap this up in just a moment. Hello, Piano Piper. You're just in time for the wrap up. Sorry, but I actually am going to lose my battery, and then I don't know what will happen. So I'm going to have to end the stream. Um, hey, Artful Codger, how you doing, buddy? We're just ending. So, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations to Scott D for winning the trivia challenge, and I will catch you all next Friday for Steph and Skip Kane. Have a good one, guys. Take care.